Hi guys, today a quick look at connecting hexatonic scales together. But before we start, please smash that subscribe button because that really does keep the channel going, and please click that like button because that really helps me with the algorithm. The point of these exercises is to connect the guitar fingering with alternate picking starting on a downstroke together. So here's the first exercise. This first part is extremely simple using these two fingers mainly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then connect another group together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or or 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now when you get here, the key thing is to stay in this position and move to the next position, which incorporates just sliding up slightly. You don't need to get to here and then take your hand off and then get to this position. The minute you're here, position. And then move down to the next position. So it connects together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slide into position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here, slide down into position again. Now, in amongst this part, you're going to have an arpeggio with a group of 6 notes, a hexatonic grouping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taka, taka, dee, dee. And here, you're going to have to move extremely quickly. And that's another reason why you need to keep this exercise around 100, 110 maximum beats per minute. Because this suddenly can throw you because it's not scalic. This part here. That suddenly changes everything. So it's like, and this interval, or these intervals, can throw you because it breaks up the scalic expectancy. But it's really important because when you're playing or improvising, just doing scales won't be enough. You need to be able to incorporate arpeggios. And when this lands, then you have to come back to scale again. And this can throw you again. But if then you could just move or slide into position, it's not difficult. But if you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then take your hand off and then go into position, it will all fall apart because there's no time at that tempo, even though it's not a super quick tempo, to connect it together. And this is why I talk about the connections, because you're going to have different intervals and it's not just going to be scales. And to connect it, you've just got to smoothly slide or let your hand fall into position. So from the beginning. Taka taka dee, 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 ta. In this next exercise, we will use these hexatonics, but we will ascend. And again, we will connect them together. So here's the first grouping. Starting on a downstroke, strict alternate picking. So we have and from this finger here, slide and prepare this finger for this A note here on the 7th fret of the D string. So together we have, and it connects beautifully because it just slides into position. Again, we're going to slide down to the next part. So here we have taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me. So let's join all 3 parts together, acknowledging the connecting parts. Slide into position. Slide into position. From here, we're going to slide to the next piece of hexatonic scale, which is just here. So let's join all 4 hexatonics together. Into position. position, taka taka dee me, into position, taka taka dee me, into position, taka taka dee me, and finally taka taka dee me. So we have taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me ta. And you can see how they all slide and connect together. In this last exercise, we will descend once again, but we will use some patterns starting on a downstroke and finishing with some patterns starting on an upstroke. So to begin with, we start on a downstroke and it's taka taka dee me. Now from this first part, we slide into position once again and cross over. So taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me. From here we have nice simple fingering, taka taka, and these two dee me. So we have taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me. So let's connect this together. Slide into position, simple fingering. Now from here there's a rest, but I'm going to start them on an up stroke. So here's the first. Taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka dee me, taka dee me, taka dee me. The hexatonics work well starting on the up stroke, and the rests are put in there to give us time to prepare for this. Okay, here's the next part. Taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Which again sets us up for the upstroke in the next part. And so here is the last part. Taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me. So this last part. Taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me, taka taka dee me. So slowly all together we have. And now slide to next position. Simple fingering. Now we have the rest and we're going to start on the upstroke. Prepare, position. Prepare, position there. So all of the hexatonics starting the upstroke again fall into position. In conclusion, this was just a quick look at joining hexatonics together to create long lines, as you would with tetrachords. The hexatonics work well if you're at a slow tempo because you have the two extra notes. So if you're playing at like 110 or 105, 100 beats per minute, you can double time with the groups of six really, really well in terms of improvisation, especially for fusion. Because like I say, you have the two extra notes. But again, you have to connect them and you have to count the time, whether you're going to count taka taka dee me or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 1 and 2 and 3 and or whatever, so that you can then connect each part together or each grouping together or each 6-note grouping together. Also, this video is just working on this basic approach of connecting it together, because connecting it with 6 notes is a bit more difficult when you're counting than doing it with 4 notes. Like 4-note tetrachords, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. That's a lot easier to count than tak tak dee me because of those 2 extra notes. So when you're connecting, you can lose the time unless you count the time, unless you consciously count the time and tap your foot, because it's da 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 da. It's really quick. Otherwise, the fretting hand is a tendency for it to jump ahead, and if it jumps ahead and you lose the time, then it's all finished. Anyway, if this video was of any use to you, then please smash that subscribe button, because that really does keep the channel going. Smash that like button, because that really helps with the algorithm. Click the notification button if you like the video, and write a comment if you want. And I'll see you all in the next video. And thank you for watching.